Alrighty, hey everybody, welcome back to another episode here of Falcons Franchise. We are 2-4 at the moment right now, and we're kind of on a bit of a roll. I'm excited to see what this team can do. I'm recording this literally like right after I recorded the last episode because I'm just really excited about how this team is going, so I'm doing a little bit of back-to-back here. But yeah, this week we got the Carolina Panthers. They are also 2-4. This is a pretty huge NFC South divisional game. We're going to look to come in here. It's a home game, so we want to be able to defend our home turf. We've lost a few at home so far, but this is probably the biggest game we have played. Alrighty, week 7, big NFC South rivalry game against the Carolina Panthers here in Atlanta. And yeah, we're coming out, we're rocking our classic unis. We got the red lids on today. We're looking sharp because this is a big game. It's going to have huge playoff implications down the line. So I'm excited to see if Malik Willis can kind of continue this tear that he's been on against the Carolina Panthers, who are looking a little bit different than they looked last year. Cam Newton and Sam Darnold are out, and Kirk Cousins is in as the starting quarterback. That happened in the offseason. There's a big three-way trade between the Vikings, 49ers, and Panthers, and the Panthers ended up with Kirk Cousins. We'll see if that makes a difference for them. Kirk Cousins can rebound from the disastrous year he had last year in Minnesota. See if he can be any more effective in Carolina with Christian McCaffrey as kind of like an anchor. He's been somewhat decent. I don't know, this kind of feels like the Kirk Cousins of last year, which bodes well for us because we need to win this game. This is a big game. I also like how Kirk Cousins came into Carolina and just took the number one with no regard for Cam Newton whatsoever. He's like, I don't care that you're best quarterback of all time as a franchise. We're number one. I'm the new guy. I'm taking it. Mad respect for Kirk on that one. McCaffrey's going to start the game with a little 2-yard run up the middle. We're going to come out looking to defend the pass after that in this little zone here. I'm interested in being a Luakun because I feel like something wonky is going to happen over here. I was right. Richie Grant tried to make a play on the ball, but he just couldn't quite get there, and Zach Ertz kind of muscled it away from him. All right, we're going to switch it up. We're going to go with the man look. Kirk Cousins is in the empty, and Terrell does a great job to break up the completion there. It's going to be 2nd and 10. We're going to run the corner blitz. I don't really love that, but we'll give it a shot. So they're going to give it to McCaffrey. He's going to break a tackle from the rookie Troy Anderson, but eventually be forced out before the line to gain, making it 3rd and 4 here. Going to run the edge blitz, but I'm going to stick with Thibodeau on the other side. And man, Troy Anderson was not even looking for the ball that went right past his head. I'm going to come out in the zone blitz on 1st and 10. I'll be the spy, middle of the field guy with a Luakun. Totally misread that. Chuba Hubbard is going to Chuba Hubbard forward for 1st down. That was a bad play by me. He went right to where I should have been. We'll give a blitz look here, but it's actually going to be more of a cover 1 type situation. Thibodeau breaks right through, gets to McCaffrey eventually, but he'll pick up a few yards. 2nd and 5, we'll stick with the cover 1 for now. So they've got 4 wide. Trying to come off the edge with Thibodeau, but it's just too quick of a throw from Kirk Cousins. He completes it for another 1st down. We'll go back to the zone. I feel like we had slightly more success with that. It's going to be a give to McCaffrey. He'll pick up 4 yards on that. Gonna switch to... We'll go with the contain look here. We'll put 5 on the line, see if the pressure does anything. Hubbard's in the game. They're going to run with him. Troy Anderson saves a touchdown. We'll stick with the blitz. That's not the one I wanted to call, though. This is a mess. We're going to go with cover 6. I'm going to be Thibodeau. I'm just going to get out of the way. And Hawkins picks it off in the end zone. Jalen Hawkins, that might be his first pick of the year, and it comes in a huge spot, intercepting Kirk Cousins in our end zone. That's going to bring Malik Willis onto the field. That was pretty impressive too, because that play call was a mess. I think I called like 3 different audibles before the snap, but doesn't matter. We got the pick. We're going to take over on the 12. Start with a run to Kenneth Walker. He's going to pick up 3 on that one there. Nice little gain to get things going. It's good to see Kyle Pitts back on the field. I feel like he's going to be a huge difference, especially if Malik Willis can stay hot. He's going to hit a wide open Tyler Kroft. Kroft will pick up a few after the catch there. Walker's wide open. He's going to catch it and fight forward for a first. So the stick play worked pretty well. Back-to-back first downs here. Can I do something? We'll switch to a run. I don't trust that play. Didn't have enough time to really read the defense. And the run works pretty well, as Kenneth Walker will get 6. Give it to McKinnon here. Haven't seen too much of him this year, so we'll see what he can do. He cuts it back, gets the first down. That was a slow, methodical run, but it's good for 9 yards. We'll do another kind of quick slant look here. Got all 3 of our tight ends in the game and Russell Gage. We'll put Pitts on a streak just for the fun of it. And it works pretty well, as he's going to take defenders down the field, and that opens up the lane to throw it to Russell Gage. Come out with this like double halfback look, fake the give to Walker, throw it to Pitts, who's wide open, makes the catch. Tried to get him to plow through that defender there. He wasn't able to do it. If he did, that probably would have been a touchdown, but nonetheless, I will still take the gain. Good to have Kyle Pitts back. He picks up 25 on the reception. Second quarter time, we are threatening at the goal line right now. I'm going to run slants middle with Walker as a blocker. Love that rhyme. I got bars right now. Willis takes the snap. He is looking, and he's sacked. I tried to throw it away at the last second, but Yator Gross Matos gets there. That's going to make it 3rd and 10 from the 11-yard line. We'll look to do the shallow cross here, I guess. I don't really like this, but I think it's going to be what we do. Pressure's coming. Willis scrambles, and he tries to run for the end zone. Got a little shifty there. Did break 1 tackle, but he is unable to get the first down. And I'm totally content with taking a chip shot field goal here. Hopefully I make it. I'm going to stop talking and just focus on this for a second. All right, kick is good. We're going to take a 3-0 lead here on the Panthers. So it's going to be 10-3 at the start of the second half. We'll go to the fourth quarter. We can't answer back. They give us the ball back. We punt it right back. We're going back and forth. So it is 10-3. We're going to change of possession. And it's going to be a Panthers punt. We got the ball. So we're coming out 1st and 10. I like the idea of giving it to Kenneth Walker right here. That's what we're going to do. He breaks a tackle, doesn't really get anything after it, but gets us up to have it be 2nd and 2. This is a good spot for play action, although I like the idea of the Texas route a little bit more here. We'll do that. Texas route works to perfection. Walker catches it, picks up the first down. Willis is having kind of a quiet game, but if we can win, I will take that. I'll take a quiet game that results in a victory. You give it to Walker, trying to cut back. Does not work out. So Willis gets the snap, slants. Lord, no. Oh my goodness. Thank you, J.C. Horn, for not catching that. No one's really open. I tried to force something where there was nothing. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Like to just get a few yards here, make it an easier field goal, but that is a total missed opportunity to do that. We probably wouldn't have even picked up the first down on that throw, but man, bad throw by Willis. Kick is up, and it's going to be wide right from Younghoe Koo. I thought I had that on the meter. I was a little bit early, and that's why that kick was outside. We need a stop here. And Thibodeau is going to start us off on the right note as he wraps up McCaffrey for a loss of 4 in the backfield. Huge TFL from the first overall pick in the draft right there. Coming out in a dime look defensively right now. Yeah, I'll be Thibodeau. I didn't want to be, but I will. Spins out. Nice play by Terrell. Forces the incompletion. It's going to be 3rd and 4. We just got to stop him here. We'll go cover 6. Oh my goodness. What happened there? What happened there? There was no one over the middle of the field. Vault Joseph is down. He was wide open. I don't understand how that happened. I switched the coverage at the last second. Tried to get out of the press. I might have done something wonky. I'm not sure. But that's going to be a huge gain for the Panthers. Oh man, Kendall Sheffield. You got to come up with that. That would have erased that gain. Unfortunately, it won't. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. If we can continue this good corner play, I'll be happy. So they're going to give it to McCaffrey, and Thibodeau is just going to rock him in the backfield again. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 12. We'll keep Linval Joseph in. This is a pretty important scenario. And Deion Jones finally gets there. Kirk Cousins had all day, but he's going to be brought down by Deion Jones. 4th and 24. This is certainly a field goal situation for the Panthers. And yeah, it's going to be right down the middle. So that's going to make it 13-3 for Carolina. I'm going to stay in the game, see if we can answer here. Get a quick strike. Man, Russell Gage was wide open. I just didn't see it until it was too late. We'll go to the hurry up. Do a screen to Walker, see if we can have any luck with that. We can't. Willis just literally tries to throw it through the wall out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Don't really have a choice but to do a short run here. All right, we're marching a little bit. Pick up the first down. See if Gage can do something on a streak. We try to throw it to him, but it doesn't really work out. Willis is not having the best of games. He's under 50% in terms of completions and doesn't have a touchdown. Yards are kind of middling a little bit. Get a good throw on the run to Asi there. We'll hurry back to the line. Is it 3rd down? It is. Try to do some play action. He's going to throw it deep for Rieger, who just can't hold on. He was covered pretty well there, so I understand why that didn't work out. It was worth taking a shot, but now it's going to be 4th and 3. This is kind of for the marbles. We got Mike Davis in to do the dive, and it looks like he was able to pick it up, and he did. So after the 4th down conversion, again, we're just looking to move the ball, get a quick touchdown. I'm going to snap this before the warning. Treylon Burks looked open for a second, but that closed up pretty quickly. I'm going to try to do this hitch play here. See if we can hit Rieger, kind of going up the seam. Do a pump fake. That worked pretty well. Rieger with a nice catch. We're going to no huddle. Snap the ball. Completion to Russell Gage. Still going to be in the no huddle here. Got to move quickly. There's really no time left. Gage got open. Can't complete it in the end zone. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Obviously 4 down territory, but we don't want it to come to that. We'd like to score right here. Willis just kind of chucked it. desperation throw to the end zone, and that is going to be picked, and that's probably going to seal the game here in Atlanta. So yeah, frustrating defeat to the Panthers here in our biggest game of the year thus far. It was a low-scoring game, defensive battle. We were in it for most of the game, but just kind of dropped out at the end. The Younghoe Koo missed field goal was pretty pivotal. That kind of forced us into desperation mode faster than we wanted to be, and that forced the interception at the end of the game, which I don't fault Malik Willis for. He was going for the end zone. We really didn't have a choice there, but yeah, it is what it is. Not a great game from Willis. We've certainly seen better. He's kind of coming back to earth after being hot these past 2 weeks. Kirk Cousins, nothing special, but enough to get the job done. McCaffrey was good. So was Kenneth Walker, though. I like that production from him. Chuba Hubbard was good off the bench. Cousins running all over the place. Willis, 10 yards. Zach Ertz had a pretty good game. So did McCaffrey, Croft, Gage. Kyle Pitts was quiet in his return to action following his injury. We didn't get a lot done through the air in this game, so reception numbers aren't super impressive. In terms of sacks, McGarry gave up 2. He's looking so bad this year. Defensively, 11 for Richie Grant, 2 tackles for loss for Thibodeau, 1 for Tavon Young and Deion Jones. Deion Jones gets in there for a sack, or for 2 sacks. Jarrett and Thibodeau each get 1. Huge pick for Jalen Hawkins. That was like the play of the game for us. Some deflections, 2 for Terrell, 1 for Rieger. That's actually not good. And Hawkins and Sheffield get in there. Forced fumbles, none. No blocks, no safeties, no touchdowns. All right, so it's mock draft time again. And you can see that we have fallen, one of our picks has fallen to number 5 overall. And that would net us Tremaine McAllister, who I love. We know a little bit about him now. Again, love that 6'2", 210 build. That is super nice. That's what I'm looking for in like a strong safety. Physical ratings are phenomenal. And then we know some skills now. A, awareness is huge. A, catching's big. Love to see B, hit power. And A, man. A, man coverage is fantastic. Don't know anything about play rec, pursuit, or tackle. And zone coverage is a C. See, I would say Tremaine McAllister is definitely my favorite player so far in this class. Morgan Childress, we looked at him. I'm not super sold. It's the physical ratings that I didn't really like, but I do know that he has B, man coverage, but D, play rec, I think was what I saw last time where I was like, no, I'm out. And that still does kind of scare me off a little bit. And then the other pick that we have is at 25. Again, still saying Ramon Valdez for us, but if we have a chance to get McAllister at 5, there's no way I'm going to be taking another safety in the first round. So we can look at guys kind of beyond this. Did we look at Daryl Marshall? We'll take a look. He looks okay, but I did see that we got this tight end right here, and that's probably who I would take with this pick if these were the players that were on the board. Because if I recall correctly, this guy was pretty sick. And yeah, he was pretty sick. We don't know that much more about him than we did, if anything. But yeah, I definitely like the look of Rob Bryan as a tight end, and I would certainly look to take him potentially. I don't know. I don't really know with this class. It doesn't look like there's a lot of good quarterbacks. Yeah, this is an interesting class. Manny Sharpton, was he good? I think he was. He was very good. Yeah. Manny Sharpton might have to be someone that we draft. But yeah, that's kind of our scouting catch-up here. All right, another home game, another NFC South game. This time we're taking on the Saints here in Atlanta. Blanking on the name. Oh, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, whatever. We're here in Atlanta. We're taking on the Saints. And yeah, we're looking to beat them just because we're last place right now in the NFC South, and they're third place, so we'd like to beat them, move up to third place. I feel like if we lose this game, really hurts our playoff chances and might shift us from kind of being in the zone that we're at now, where we're like, oh, if we're good, we're good. If we're bad, we're bad. Don't really care either way, to kind of shifting into more of like, oh, we're tanking sort of mindset if we lose this game. All right, Malik Willis and the Falcons taking the field. He was looking good for a few weeks, man, but he really just fell off last week. We needed that win. He didn't really show up to play. Let's see if he can turn things around this week against the Saints. They are coming out stacking the box, so we're going to look to throw. Willis just throws it straight out of bounds. So that's not a great start to the game. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. We kind of have to pass here. We're going to go with play action. Willis fakes the give. Pass rush is kind of weak. We're going to dump it to the fullback, and it's going to be 3rd and 8. This is a very, like, panicked drive so far. Not kind of like the vibe that we want to bring. And Willis is going to get sacked. So we're going to go 3 and out to start the game against the Saints. And yeah, we're just going to punt it right to them. That was a terrible start for our offense. Pretty good punt by Spencer Olsen. Sends them back to their own 39 as we get our first look at Kenny Pickett. And he looks like he's having a great rookie season. I would not be surprised if he was in the running for Rookie of the Year right now. So we're going to look to see if we can put a stop to that success, but I got a feeling it's going to be kind of hard if that's what he's bringing to the table. All right, he starts the game throwing the ball to dump off to Troutman for a gain of 4. Gonna rush with Thibodeau here. It's another dump off, this time to Kamara, and oh my god, that was some demon behavior from Jalen Hawkins. No regard for human life on that one. Brings up 3rd and 1. Tried to get into the backfield with a Oluokun, couldn't quite get there, didn't get a good jump, and that is going to be a 1st down for the Saints. We're going to come out blitzing on 1st down. Feel like they're going to run, would like to contain that, and it's going to be a false start. So after that false start, they're going to come out with no receivers on the field. This is surely going to be a run. Kamara, stiff arm, still going, but eventually brought down by Linval Joseph, amongst others. We come out doing a little zone blitz. I'll be Troy Anderson. I've usually messed this up so bad, but I'll try my best to... see, there was just 2 men in my area. There was nothing I could have done. Guess I probably should have picked Michael Thomas as the one that I cover, but I did not, clearly. And it's going to be a 1st and 10. We will do the double A-gap blitz. It's been a while since we've done that. Usually pretty successful. Thibodeau was unpressured, but Kamara was wide open. Easy dump for Kenny Pickett. We'll come out in 3-4. See what that can do. It's really not looking good, though. They're looking pretty dominant. Nice play. No? Really? I feel like that's been happening a lot. Michael Thomas with a crazy circus catch. I went from thinking that was going to be an interception to an incompletion, and then it just became a touchdown for the Saints. What the hell happened there? That was pretty wild. I can't even hate on that, I guess. And we get a field goal. They march down the field and get a touchdown. We get another field goal. Good for us. 14-6 at halftime. And we're going back and forth. They get a field goal. We look like we're about to get a field goal. And we do. We could tie things up here if we can force a stop and get the ball back. Not super likely, but I would like it to happen. It's going to be a fake to Kamara. That got me pretty good. And oh my god. That time it wasn't Jalen Hawkins. It was, I don't know who number 20 is, but we have been lighting Kamara up. That's the second, huge hit he's taken, right to like his chest basically. They didn't even show it on the replay, but I like us being some hard hitters out there. This is fine. We'll switch to man. It doesn't matter because it's going to be a run. It's going to be a combined tackle for Hawkins and Aluakun. It's going to be another dump to Kamara. Doesn't matter if they're running it or passing it. It seems like he is going to be getting the ball. That's going to be a catch for Troutman. Justin Houston in pass coverage there probably isn't the best maneuver, but at least it wasn't a first down. I'm assuming this is going to be a run. So it's not going to be a run. It's going to be a throw. It's complete. Terrell can't do anything about it. And it's going to be another first down for the Saints, trying to come up with an answer. 1st and 10. We're going to blitz again. Just keep the pressure coming. Take away some running lanes, although some are still present, and Kamara is taking advantage of them. Switch to the nickel here, see if that gives us any luck. Does not. Huge hit by Terrell, but the receivers, they were able to hold on there. We just don't have an answer to the Saints at all. Yeah, we're in a zone. Doesn't really matter. They're still moving the ball with ease. We can't really break up any of these passes, as Kenny Pickett is like 21 for 29. So he's looking pretty unstoppable right now. Still want to stick with the zone. We'll go with Tampa 2 because I feel like we've been getting torched in man, and the zone should take away throws to Kamara, as that's going to be another completion for Pickett. It's going to be a give to the fullback. We're going to get a stop there. So it's going to be 2nd and goal. We're going to guess play, run up the middle. Although they do have a receiver in Michael Thomas out there. It's going to be a throw, but the pressure forces it to be incomplete. So now we're looking at 3rd down. I'm not going to predict a play here. I'm just going to hope that we're able to figure something out. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be a throw, and it's going to be incomplete. He dropped that. Oh my god. I would be kicking myself if I dropped that. Alright, 3.5 minutes left in this game. We are down 11. It's not looking good, but I'm going to stay with the offense, see if we can get something going. Nice catch by Jalen Rieger. And we get an injury timeout. Russell Gage is down on the field. He looks like he's in some pain. Glad we got the timeout. Thanks for that, Russell, but I hope you're fine. Hope you're good. If we lose you for a significant time, we are kind of screwed. Pickett does a nice job of reading the defense there. I was tempted to scramble, but I saw that Croft was going to be open, so I waited. I'm going to run some slants. Again, we're in the hurry up. We don't have a ton of time. That should have been an interception. Just had to get the ball out of there. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Texas route to Walker. Looks pretty nice, though it's really not going to be there. We get the pass to Tyquan Thornton. I was trying to run with it. Didn't think it was going to work out. Backed out at the last second through the pass. I think it worked out pretty well. Just got to get rid of it there. So no more Russell Gage. Looks like it's going to be Fulgham and Thornton coming in at receiver. And we just can't buy any time. That's going to be a pick. I shouldn't have thrown that. That was a terrible crossbody throw into pretty good coverage. I mean, I don't get it. Like, the offensive line was pretty good last year, but they've been bad this year. And I feel like it's making Malik Willis look a lot worse than he is. Saints beat us 20-9. Very ugly game here. It's a pretty deflating loss too, because I feel like it kind of hurts our playoff odds. Don't think we're going to be making a playoff push this year unless something crazy happens and we can string together some wins. But losing back-to-back games to these division rivals at home really doesn't bode well for the rest of our season. And yeah, Willis was hot garb in this game. Kenneth Walker, not super impressive. Russell Gage was good when he was in the game, but he had to leave early. Michael Thomas had a good game. Croft was good. Rieger. Did I just miss Kyle Pitts? Where's Kyle Pitts? Did Kyle Pitts not catch the ball once in this game or even get targeted? That's pretty crazy. Maybe he got injured or something. I might have to take him out of the slot receiver spot if he's not going to be getting targets. Sacks from Jake Matthews and Matt Hennessy. Oluokun leads us with 9 tackles, 2 TFLs for Deion Jones and Kayvon Thibodeau. And Vaughn Joseph got involved too. Thibodeau had 2 sacks, Drake Jackson had a sack, and Deion Jones had a sack. No picks. Deflections for Troy Anderson. No forced fumbles, blocks, safeties, or touchdowns. All right, so we're here in week 10. I just simmed through the bye week, and I want to take a look at our stats since we're kind of at the mid-season point and just kind of see like what the numbers are looking like. So wow, we have the second worst offense in terms of yards, second best defense in terms of yards, worst offense in terms of points scored, and 6th best defense in points allowed. So it's kind of night and day. The offense is certainly the problem here, as we'll take a look at our individual contributors. Malik Willis is looking rough. I'm going to be real. This is bad. The touchdown to interception ratio is really bad. Yards are pretty low. Completion percentage is like low. Yeah, that's low. Passer rating's terrible. I'm like scared. I want to see how he compares to other quarterbacks in the league right now. He's doing better than Justin Herbert somehow, who like has an injury or something, or had an injury. But yeah, when you sort by rating, he's pretty far down, and there's some not so great quarterbacks that are ahead of him. In terms of rushing, Kenneth Walker is solid. I'm fine with him as a running back for now. I would like to see some increased production, get that yards per carry average a bit higher, maybe a few more touchdowns too. I like what I'm seeing from Willis as a rusher thus far. Receiving, Russell Gage continues to impress. Burks hasn't been good. Rieger's been surprisingly good, but he's not really the player that I want to be doing well right now. I'd rather have Treylon Burks, and Rieger kind of flopped here. Pitts missed a ton of time. He's barely played, so that's kind of why he's down here. But yeah, receiving is kind of a problem for us. Blocking, we're going to sort by downs played. And we're going to see that Lindstrom is good. He's keeping up the solid play. Mayfield, haven't yet seen him for a full season, so it'll be interesting to see what his numbers look like at the end of the year, if he can remain healthy. Jake Matthews is fine. I'd like to see him be a bit better, but this is also fine. Caleb McGarry is kind of unacceptable. I don't think I'm going to be bringing him back. He was a maybe in terms of an extension. At this point, I think it's a no. Matt Hennessy is struggling a little bit. Again, it's fine. 5 sacks from the center position is not ideal, though. In terms of tackling, Terrell and Anderson are tied for the lead. Tackles for loss, Deion Jones has 10, Thibodeau has 7, 5 for Drake Jackson, 3, 2, and then 1 for a bunch of guys. I saw that Thibodeau has 9 sacks. That's sweet. You love to see it. Deion Jones with 6. Jarrett's got 4. Drake Jackson has 1. Vaughn Joseph has 1. Terrell has 3 picks. And we got 1 for Tavon Young and Jalen Hawkins. Deflections. See if anybody had any of those. I know people do have them, but I want to see who has the most, and it's Richie Grant. Followed by Terrell, Hawkins, Sheffield. And down the line, forced fumbles. I don't think anyone has more than 1. Yeah, it's just 1 for Terrell, Thibodeau, and Jarrett. And I think Terrell was the only one to recover. Blocks, we don't have anything. I know we got a safety from Thibodeau, and I don't think anything else, and there's no way we have a defensive touchdown. Kicking, I know I missed an extra point with Younghoe Koo. I'm not going to count that against him. Same with that field goal. Field goal was a little bit more, it was like from like nearly 50 yards. But he's doing fine. We can't fault the man. Spencer Olsen, I just want to see how many he's got. He's like 50% of his punts are within the 20 or on the 20. So yeah, this is where I think I'm going to end this episode. We are in week 10 now. I went through the trade deadline. I looked around the league. There weren't really any obvious trades to make, so rosters are going to stay the same. Yeah, it's been a little disappointing to kind of see us not really hit our stride with any consistency this year, but I guess it's to be expected when you have a young team with a lot of rookies, people figuring out how to play football in the NFL. There's going to be some stumbles along the way. Hoping to see things improve as we move through the season here. But I guess it was a little bit optimistic for me to expect us to make the playoffs this year after just adding a bunch of rookies and no real veterans or anything like that. So thanks for tuning in. We got more episodes of Falcons franchise on the way as we finish out this season. Keep it locked. We'll get another episode going soon, and I'll see you later. Peace.